Hi, Mike Sarah here from Customer States. If you're searching for the highest quality additives, lubricants, or cleaners for your automotive, heavy equipment, agricultural, or industrial machinery needs, look no further than the Justice Brothers line of products. From lubing your chainsaw, performing a complete fuel system treatment and decarb service on a customer's vehicle, keeping that forklift forking and lifting, or just need a can of that famous JB80 penetrant to persuade a rusty bolt, Justice Brothers has you covered. Travis Ferris of Hit Distributing is not only Southern California's authorized Justice Brothers distributor, but also a great friend of mine. Over the years, Travis has helped me and my dealership with anything and everything we need, including all the lines of Justice Brothers products and even equipment to perform the various services we may need for our specific application. HIT stands for honesty, integrity, and trust, so you know when you contact Travis, that's exactly what you'll get. That, combined with Justice Brothers supplying superior quality automotive products since the 1940s and 75 years in the racing industry, you will have absolutely everything at your disposal to get the job done. Justice Brothers is proudly made in the USA, and they have a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Justice Brothers has the best quality products over any other competitor, and they'll gladly tell you that themselves. If you live in the Southern California area, call my man Travis Ferris at 805-208-7818. And if you don't, call him anyway and tell him I said thanks. And visit justicebrothers.com to learn more about their complete line of products. Justice Brothers, America's brand for quality.
Woof, woof, woof. Grr. Woof, woof, bark. Grr.
Meow.
Woof, woof, bark.
Grr. You see that? I'm a bear. Grr.
Grr. Very much grr.
A gay bear. Oh my god, it's so quiet.
Madam.
Oh, Jesus, nobody told me. Hi, everybody.
It's written on the board, sir.
You expect me to pay attention to that?
What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
I told you I was foggy-headed. I gave a warning.
Eric!
You guys.
The people are listening.
I know they are.
Okay, well,
They came here to hear us, man.
But how
they're
do they
here
know
to
what
stay.
they're listening to?
Customer States.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Customer States, guys. We talk about cars and stuff, and we drink a lot. And you're still here, so you must like it. Pop it open!
I'm gonna bust.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I made a mess.
I need to get my nails done.
Usually
you
do.
guys. Look at how much they've grown out already.
Let's go for Manny's and Petty's again.
Oh, that's delicious.
Quite.
I need
So,
to go like this weekend.
hi, everybody. My
Hi.
name's Jake. I'm back. Sorry for
Jakey.
missing last week, but I was under the weather. Not above it. Or I'm above it now.
How was it down there?
I don't know. That was delirious.
Delirious.
But anyways, I'm a service advisor, glorified service director, assistant manager, whatever. To my left is Mike.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
That's you.
Hi, my name is Mike Sarah. I'm the senior mass technician, shop foreman, and transmission technician of my particular dealership. And to my left is Eric Montenegro.
What's up, bitches?
Hey.
Hello. Eric Montenegro here. I am so close. That too. I'm about to bust.
Bust a grumpy?
January
not quite the same.
2nd, I will be 5 years with
Oh, congratulations.
Fjord Motor Company.
Oh, you, yeah, hey,
Yes, January
Fjord,
2nd
fjord.
will be 5 years for me.
Oh,
Wait,
congrats.
hang on.
Thank
Let
you.
me situate
Thank
this.
you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Pre-congratulations.
My left is the amazing, astounding, ostentatious Alaire Paul.
Hello. It's me. My name is Allie Paul, and I am a warranty administrator
That was
for
beautiful.
both Volkswagen and Mazda. And I've been doing it for 13 years.
Lucky number 13.
Wow.
Yeah, unlucky number 13.
Wow.
You want to know why?
Wow.
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 Is Owen Wilson here? No.
Yeah, 13 years of end of year wonderfulness.
Oh, stop. That was an awful transition. I'm sorry. You have some good transition, but that was bad.
That was not not bad.
That wasn't bad at all.
That was not bad.
Yes, it was.
End of year transitions. It's very topical, Eric, because it is end of year for
That's
almost
usually
everybody.
like lotion or something.
Topical.
It puts the lotion
I got you.
on its
Thank
end of year.
I love you.
It's funny because I thought about it. I thought about like, oh, topical.
And this is
like
why.
a cream.
And this is why we're best friends. We're gonna go get manis and petties on Saturday. By the way.
Oh, perfect. We'll talk about this.
Okay. Hi guys, we're back.
Hello.
So,
Speaking of end of year,
yeah, end of
Michael,
year.
why do I sound so quiet?
it's your headphones because we can all hear you fine.
Is it? Turning my headphones on.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the end of year again,
Oh, it's much better.
and it happens. And this means for us personally that the accountant comes, and she comes once each time for the store, and she is like the big honcho end of year.
This kind of
accountant.
sounds like Santa Claus, except for like money.
It's more
issues.
like Krampus.
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 That's hilarious.
I don't think you roll an R in that word.
I don't think you do either, but that was okay.
You
felt
can for
right.
flair. I'm pretty sure it's allowed.
It just felt right. So it was rough, you guys. It was rough because let's say that this year was a bit of a what do they call it in sports when like your team is fucked because you
foul?
just lost like the great quarterback or whatever?
A fuck up.
Yeah, like a rebuilding year or whatever. That's what we're having.
Sounds like management talk to me.
Well, that is my excuse for all of the things that I had to explain to my accountant. She made it seem like it was such a big deal, too.
Is it a third party accountant?
It's a technically,
To your
yes,
dealership, it's a third-party accountant. Yeah.
but she has been working with the family since like the dawn of time. Let me explain this person to you.
Take us back.
I will take you back to the days of.
Back if.
Did you guys ever watch the Jimmy Neutron show?
Of course we did.
Are you familiar with the teacher?
Yeah.
The teacher, like it's like Miss Bird or whatever
don't
her
remember
name
her name,
was. Miss Fowl. I'm pretty sure it was Miss Jake. You
I'll
know
accept that.
cartoon.
Mrs. Fowl.
Mrs. Fowl.
Judges, can
It's
we
like
accept that?
Mrs. Bird or something. It was, that was fucking hilarious. It was hilarious.
She is just like that. She makes the same laugh noises. She looks similar. It's nice to think about when she's ripping me a new fucking asshole at the end of the year because she's like, "Where's this $100? Did you steal it?"
Coincidentally,
Yeah, bitch, I fucking stole $100.
Coincidentally, she's foul.
She makes me
Foul.
feel foul.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Anyways, I have to see her. She literally said to me, because she's going to come back next month because the Mazda end of year is in November. So we're doing it the following month. And then
So Volkswagen's
Volkswagen's
December.
is December. So we'll see her at the end of January. She's like, when I come back in January, I hope things are much better.
This bitch. Oh, hell the fuck no.
She's
I
like,
would've put
also,
her in
I'm
her
going to bring
place.
you C's candy. I was like,
Suck a dick.
but she's a nice
dick.
person, kind of. But anyways.
We actually have a special treat for you because Miss Fowl is actually here right behind you.
Wow, I'm going to do a not live now. I've literally been joking and not really joking all day that I cannot wait to go drink alcohol after I'm off work. And that's what I'm doing now. So
That's
thank you
what we're doing.
guys.
Alcohol to the max. Car max.
To the max.
Oh, God.
That was a worse transition than mine.
You both did
I will
shitty.
gladly
You did
accept
it
that.
though. It's better than what's the guy's podcast
No
that we
shame.
listen to? What's his name? And he does the like CarMax when he does the transition. You guys told me about the podcast.
Flat Rate Tech Podcast?
No.
No.
We'll talk
He
about
doesn't,
it.
he doesn't do that.
No.
Are you talking about Behind the Bastards?
Yes, I'm talking about Behind the Bastards.
Yeah, with Robert Evans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good
He's
podcast.
like the epitome of a
has
terrible transition.
nothing to do with the automotive industry, and he makes it a point to have terrible transitions, and I love it.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
See, so you can't hound us for terrible transitions.
No,
He
that's
makes
what
a
I-
great podcast, though.
And I got to say, that's what I appreciate about you.
Check it out. Not sponsored. Behind the Bastards. Very good.
Not sponsored.
BTB.
Back to CarMax.
Oh, yeah.
The lovely, lovely CarMax. So we have
Don't you love doing their warranty work?
all the time. It's fantastic. So there's a local dealer that lives down the hill that doesn't have the best
Down by the river.
down by the river. That
In a
doesn't.
bed down by the river.
Terrible.
Hashtag sell the bell.
That does not have the best relationship is probably the easiest way to put it with that dealership because they are, I don't know, 5 minutes from them, but they'd rather take the drive up to us to do the warranty work. So with that being said, and shots fired, poo pew. Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah.
They had a moment. They bring us stuff all the time. Most of the time it's nothing. I'm not sure who's checking out their cars, but they're always like, oh, there's an oil leak coming from the timing cover and this, that, and the other thing. And there's never
A loose oil filter.
there's never any leaks. There's never any problems. Every once in a while,
What was it?
Or a loose drain plug.
Yeah.
yes. Every once in a while they'll have something. It's usually not what it comes in for, but this time they brought in, they're like, it's leaking oil, and we're like, okay, we'll see, and we write it up, and sure enough it was, and it needed the cylinder head replaced.
Excuse me?
Yes,
For an engine oil leak. External
Correct.
engine oil leak.
correct.
Oh, shit.
What is that? Is that a vape?
Yes, that's a vape that he's smoking.
Why else would it be in front of his
I've
mouth?
just never seen one that looked like that.
What do you think he's sucking on?
I don't. People suck on all kinds of things, Eric.
Yeah, you should know.
I
All
plead
right.
the
Anyway, Eric.
I plead the fifth.
Eric.
Going back to you.
Yes.
Sorry, sidebar. Whatever happened with that Mazda 3 that the other dealership down the hill left the drain plug loose on and it dumped all the
Still
oil?
sitting.
No, it's fucking not.
Still sitting.
No, it's fucking not.
Because they won't own up to it and, clear the car for us to do the repair under their dollar, so the kid's suing them.
So, yeah, you guys got to go through the whole legal process and bullshit.
So it's just sitting for now.
Fuck.
It's been fun.
And you can't charge storage for it because you're potentially getting the repair at the end of the day. So
God damn.
Yep. It's been sitting untouched. So,
Extra lot for the win.
yeah.
must be
Start
nice.
growing grass around it like all those Jettas and shit y'all were waiting on.
No
turbos and
kidding.
heads and shit.
Yep. So,
What kind of grass?
No.
Kentucky Blue.
Oh,
So
very good.
Lechuga
Del
el
Diablo.
Diablo.
So there was a crack on the head and it was spewing oil all over the place. So we, order the parts. That was on Intergalactic back order last year, but now it's readily available. Like they have a crap ton, but most of them have been fixed. So it's day late, $1 short.
Yeah.
So, but when we got this one, there were 6 more large jobs ahead of it. There was 3 cylinder heads, 2 short blocks,
And a partridge in a pear tree?
and
Yeah, something like
and a transmission.
Fuck.
So my contact down there calls me every couple of weeks, and she goes, "Hey," when they first dropped it off, she called and she's like, "Hey, what'd you find?" I'm like, "This, that, and the other thing," and she goes, "Well, how long do you think it'll take?" And I'm all like, "Oh Lord, abusive relationship."
I was just putting my arm on the back of the sofa. And this bitch
Jesus.
flipped the fuck out.
We'll be right back after these short commercial messages.
watch after you listen to this podcast, watch the YouTube.
Yeah.
So sorry.
And she calls me and I tell her what it is, and she goes, "Well, how long do you think it's going to be?" And I'm like, "Well, right now, I'm all like, we need to get the parts here. I need to see what repairs get done in the next couple of days, and I'll call you back." So that happens, and I call her, and she goes, "So where are we at right now?" And I'm like, "Well, you're looking at probably about 2 to 3 months." And she goes, "What?"
Oh my god.
And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, there's this, and this in front of you." And she goes, "So that puts me in 5th place." I'm like, "That's exactly where you sit." So she has called me. It's been a month and a half, a little bit over. And she has called me I don't know, probably 15 times.
Jesus
just to see if,
Christ.
it's
Yeah.
any closer or anything exactly moved up. And
Because they have their customer in a rental.
right, exactly. Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, it's still there. You're next. It'll get started on Tuesday this week or next week.
Nice. So it didn't take 3 months.
Yep. So it'll get started Tuesday next week. It
Should be done by the end of the week.
I was going to say, realistically, the tech that's got it, he'll have it done by Thursday. We'll do the final test drives and they'll pick it up on Friday. But pick it up on Friday with that. The funny thing about CarMax is they will call you relentlessly to check on it, see where it stands, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera.
Because they don't want to leave the
But
customer in
they
rental.
won't call you back for fucking warranty claims, will they?
So there's that. But
Piece of shit.
But besides that, when it's done and I call my contact and I say, hey, the car is done, it can sometimes take 3 to 4 weeks for them to come pick up the damn car.
What?
And they'll badger you up and down. But then as soon as they hear that it's done, they're like, okie dokie, we'll get it when we're ready.
Is this the customer that's doing this?
No,
or
it's
is this
CarMax itself.
You charge them rental. I mean, you charge them storage fees.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, but we don't.
Well, you need to tell them that if you don't pick the vehicle's ready for pickup today, and if you don't pick it up by
How
X
much would you
day,
charge for a storage fee per day?
$100 a day, baby.
Serious?
Yeah, it's
$100 a
like
fucking
between
day.
$60 to $100 a day. I mean,
Sounds
I
about
think
right.
60 was like back in the day, but yeah, I mean, and you're not necessarily gonna charge them everything, but it's more of like an incentive to like
Right. It's
Get
a
the
threat.
ass
fire
in gear.
under the
Yep.
customer's buttocks to
Drop it down 2 gears. And...
Yeah, because this is not a U-Haul. This is not a rental storage place. This is, we have things that are going on. We have customers' cars that are in here. This is not a place for you to just keep your vehicle while you figure out what you want to do with it. in
Right.
Your own leisurely time. Of other things going on.
Fuck out of here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So that's the whole fun with CarMax there.
Boy.
You know what I'm really excited to hear about?
Well,
is
you're
that?
not. None of us are.
This
Don't fucking.
will be the 5th episode in a row.
Yes,
I think it's
it
the
is.
4th. I've kind of enjoyed the saga. I'm gonna get shit
haven't.
from Eric for it, but I want to know what's happening.
Why?
It was torn
Because
down.
it's
It's
like
getting
a segment
rebuilt.
now.
So the body shop saga that they are referring to is almost done. We had
Are
on
they doing something unholy?
Sweet Jesus.
so the spray booths were removed, and on Monday of this week they came and cut all the concrete to pour the new pads that we need.
Keep going.
You doing the Jeopardy thing?
No.
It's a song. It's called Body Shop. It's a
It's
popular
not
sing-
called Body Shop.
it
It's
called?
called Unholy.
Sorry.
Cause mommy don't know.
Go
Daddy's
on.
getting hot at the body shop, doing something unholy.
Okay, go on.
He
Gorge.
sits back while she's dropping it.
Don't sing anymore. We're gonna have to pay for it.
Oh, it's not on
don't.
tune. It's not on tune. It is
No,
unrecognizable.
he's just trying to get me to fucking stop. How do I get him to stop though?
Alcohol.
This is true.
Anyway,
And a
this is as it says on the board. This is like probably the last update.
Thank God.
So the spray booths are removed. Body shop's gone. They cut concrete this Monday. On Tuesday, they poured the concrete pads for the new lifts.
Ooh.
On Monday, I also had the electricians there doing the electrical for the new racks. And I called out a contractor to contract fixing the holes.
Is that what you usually call contractors for?
Yeah, to fix
contract?
to contract things, to fix holes in the roof from where the body shop equipment was.
Oh, I have a fun story about holes in the
So
roof.
by Tuesday, because it rained this week, by Tuesday,
Oh yeah, you do.
the cement was in the ground, the holes in the roof were filled, the electrical was all done. I mean, everything is going 100% smoothly to plan.
Awesome. Your new lifts are going
cannot
up.
wait.
Got it.
On to the next topic, Eric.
Thank you.
You guys.
I have to wet my whistle.
Gulp.
I remember.
Just really quick before we go on to the next topic, as Mike said, it,
Michael.
Michael. I don't know. Michael just feels like
Why does that bother
dignified.
you so much?
Michael.
What if I say it like that?
Michael.
It
Michael.
upsets me.
Hello, Michael.
Oh, my name's
Grow
Mike.
up.
So,
Mikey.
as Mike
Yes.
said earlier,
Michael.
it happened to have rained this past week.
Cummy wummies.
Oh, God.
Phrasing?
That's very direct. It's not even worth the phrasing. I'm
Go on with your new water feature.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
So I can't share the video on the socials, on the interwebs, because it does contain like people who work at my dealership and the name of the dealership. But anyways, it had rained.
Heavily.
And this meant that there was so every single time it rains, when it's like a few times a year,
You find
our
a new
old
hole.
ass building, there's a new hole.
You have a very old building. That's the easy way to broach this subject.
It's kind of like you don't fix it until you know you have the problem type
Right.
of thing.
Did they ever fix the one in your? Oh my God! What is wrong?
what happened there.
Fix the thingy over there.
Jacob.
Yes.
Did they ever fix the hole in your office?
Yes.
Well, in my office.
Yeah, you had a
Yeah.
leak.
Oh,
Remember
it's
the
still
trash can.
it still leaks, but since it's new ceiling tile and the insulation has had time to dry,
That'll
it's.
fix it.
I was going to say it's absorbing it for the time being.
So it hasn't been fixed.
It is not.
What the fuck?
Eric.
But
we
sales
don't
is
have
more
the time.
important. Sales is more important.
Yeah,
so they
so-
get fixed first.
So this is
Correct.
actually
Pieces of
the
shit.
sales office that this happens in. So I walk downstairs because my office is upstairs. I walk downstairs.
How did you walk downstairs?
I went, and then with a swish of the hips,
I hear the pitter patter.
and then wear the shoes from the commercial.
All right. Do. Yeah.
Hello.
And I see a gaggle of people in the sales office, more people than usual.
A gaggle.
A gaggle,
Google
and everyone is
What
looking
about
up.
a murder?
of
And
crows.
I
Yes.
look up to the ceiling, and there
It's
is
a bird.
very bowed
It's a plane.
ceiling tile, like sagging, full of weight, like just
Ready to burst.
slowly dripping. Okay. And there's a slew of trash cans underneath catching the various drips. And one of the internet salesperson has a umbrella with a metal tip,
Uh-huh.
and the finance person is standing underneath the bowed ceiling tile with a trash can, and this internet manager is getting ready to poke a hole into the sagging ceiling tile. He pokes it, and it full on like projectile Dr. Pimple Popper water feature into the trash can.
Wow.
I have a video of it, but I can't show you guys. Sorry.
That sounds...
If you know me personally and you'd like to see it, please
Get at me.
Get at
message me.
me.
Yeah.
We can make an illustration, like draw a picture
Slide
of it or
into my
something.
DM.
Slide into my dum.
So that was fun.
Yeah. I remembered my topic.
What is it?
Topic?
The inspection.
Okay.
Oh, are we gonna do that in order?
Herbala
We
Wee.
collectively
Wee.
at my dealership are moving to video inspection.
No way.
Wow.
Let me rephrase that. We at my dealership have moved to video inspection.
Have you been making videos?
I am the only one in the shop who has been doing it.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay, I'm
That
sure
tracks.
you're going to tell us, but please, like, tell me in detail how that works because I have to know.
You use an electronic device and you
No,
record.
no. Tell me more details. Obviously.
No, I'm not giving you away my secrets.
Fine, I'll just call.
I'll tell them not to tell you anything. Anyways, excuse me.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
So this system, thank you, ties into our DMS.
Dealer management system.
We don't use that term in Ford. I used it to impress Allie, and she can't be bothered because she's opening a beef jerky. So
She's not eating the beef jerky by the camera.
Multi-point inspection system ties into our DMS, and as soon as the RO is generated, it generates that RO in the inspection system, and you have different options for everything on the vehicle: fluids, brakes, tires, visuals, all of that, all your upsells, your recommendations. And there's a little button on the bottom that says video inspection.
That one's spicy.
And you press it.
What's spicy?
It says Tabasco on it, woman.
Spicy.
Jesus Christ.
The inspection is spicy with Tabasco.
It is spicy with Tabasco. Same as me. And you take a video inspection, and it goes sent off to the customer after they get the parts quote. But if the parts quote takes longer than a half hour to be put together, they send the video automatically with the full inspection from the technician, and then the customer has a button they can push request quote, and then it goes back to parts and sends an urgent alert for them to get on it. And now
Get on it.
this system is only used for the inspection and the upsells. It does not take place of the S7s you have to submit for warranty.
You still have to have your story.
No, not that. It has nothing to do with that. It does not take the place of parts recs that you have to submit for getting parts for warranty claims. It's only for upsell. So let's say you find a leaking radiator, you can put that in the inspection, and then in the notes put 1 radiator, 2 coolant, whatever it is you need to do the repair. But if it was a warranty claim, you're not doing the inspection for the warranty claim, obviously. You do that through the normal channels that you would. And I like it a lot because you can chat with everyone in the dealership through the system, and the customer sees everything you're seeing, obviously from your video. You're pointing things out so they can see the leak that you're telling them about, or the brakes that are at 2 mil. And, you know, for the naysayers, you know, the people, it's seeing is believing, you know,
Right.
and they can pay their bill through this system and all that fun stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
Who do you guys use, or did I miss that?
My Karma.
My Karma.
Yeah, we use My Karma, and it's pretty awesome. I like it a lot. Of course, all the technicians are like, no, it's more time, and you know, everyone's bitching.
It's a
and
very
complaining about it.
helpful upsales tool.
How so? My
It is.
question. One of my questions was that I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'm going to anyway. So is that based on your cell phone, or do you wear like a GoPro, and like how does that? How do you?
Phone or iPad.
It's
But
A
it's like
company supplied.
no.
Oh,
It's based. You can use it on iOS systems, and you can use it on your phone, or if your phone is not capable, or if you're being a little bitch and don't want to use your phone.
Not saying anybody's names in particular.
Not saying anybody's names in particular, but if you are being a little bitch, because I want to use my phone, it's my phone. Are you paying me to use my phone? Get the fuck out of here.
Wait,
Fuck.
are you having a problem with an employee at your dealership, or is this just
Several.
what
hypothetical?
gives you that idea?
Yeah, right? My phone's too old. Okay, fine. The ones that have old phones, all right, I get it.
That have
they're
dumb
on
phones.
Or they're on, yes, an
Right.
Android
I own a
system.
jitterbug, so
That's a dance, not a phone.
No, it is a phone.
Is it?
It's called a jitterbug.
Oh, no shit.
Do those still
Is
even
it-
exist?
They do exist,
Probably.
and my grandfather has one, and it's got big buttons on it, and it's for people who are a little
Technologically challenged?
they're a little stressed.
Technologically
past
challenged.
their prime.
Yeah, they need something simple. They need a
Large
razor.
buttons.
Large
Easy to read numbers.
Does the chicken have large talons?
Oh my god.
Does the bird have large talons? I don't understand a word you just said. So yeah, I think it's going well, and it's being how do I put this? Not pushed, but
Sold.
it's definitely being pressured to be utilized by management.
Are the customers receiving it well?
Fuck if I know. We've only been running it for a week.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So
I feel like it's a great selling tool, honestly.
they
but
just need to get everybody on the same fucking page. I love
Good
the idea.
luck.
Yes, and that's the thing.
It's
So
a
we're doing.
dealership.
I already
Yeah.
got into it with one of the advisors because I was doing a bunch of upsells, and I was like, "You need to check my karma for your quote. The part's already filled it out and everything."
Karma?
It's
My
the name
Karma
of the
is what it's called. My Karma. We already,
service.
You were over there when we talked about it.
My karma.
The company is called My Karma, and so I
Is
did
it
a
with
bunch
a
of.
C instead of a K?
No, it's a K A. Why would it be with a C?
Like, car.
Karma.
CARMA, like a car.
Oh, Karma. No, it's KAARMA.
I think that was a missed
2 A's?
opportunity.
Oh, man.
Wow.
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 So I had done a bunch of this. What the fuck is wrong with us? This car came in for a couple concerns, and I found a few more concerns on it. And I sent in the inspection and filled everything out as far as labor goes on my end, and sent it off to parts to build a quote. And they built the quote right away, and they sent it. And I went to the advisor to give him an update on the car. We've done the inspection. It's in My Karma, and your quote is in there as well. He goes, well, just give me the S7. The S7 is the manual parts request that we send through the computer to parts for that we have been doing forever,
Okay.
that we're still going to continue to do for warranty work and whatnot. But when we're doing upsells with the multi-point, we just use the My Karma system to send that. So he's like, well, just give me the S7. I'm like, it's in My Karma. Look it up in there. Well, how the fuck do I do that? I don't fucking know. You figure it out.
I'm sure
like,
some kind of training happened.
all the training happened, and I was like, you know what? I don't have time for your fucking attitude today. I said, you come talk to me when you're feeling better. And I walked away.
Yep.
He's like, well, how do I pull it up? I said, fucking figure it out. And I walked away.
Did you say fucking figure it out?
I did. And he came up to me.
I was going to say sassy.
He came up to me 25 minutes later and apologized.
Wow.
And explained why he
Wow.
was in a bitchy mood. And then asked me for the update. So it was a learning opportunity for him not to fuck with me.
As a customer, I like receiving the video updates.
I do too.
I thought you might want to know.
No, I think it's great.
It's extremely interesting, but still, no matter what, people, you can show them that their brake pads are metal to metal and grinding into the rotors, and they may not pay for it because they know Travis down the street that's going to freaking hook them up with brake pads and rotors and do the job.
But that happens significantly less when they can see it. That happens significantly.
I would love
because a lot of that is based on the fact that people have the mentality that you're just trying to sell them something.
And if they can
So that
see
show
it,
them the thing.
And so because they can see that you're not just trying to sell them something, they're more inclined to buy it. That doesn't obviously speak for the people who know somebody who could do it for cheaper. That's not our target audience here. It's the people who need to see it to believe it.
because you're going to
But I
have those
digress
people.
because we need to thank our fucking sponsors.
I think that's where mobile service is going to come in, and we'll talk on that when we get back.
Again,
No, we didn't talk about it.
it's been up there for 2 weeks. We didn't talk about it last week.
No, we didn't. Because we
skipping
had a
over it.
very good conversation last week in which we did mention how much we love our sponsors.
Bitch, I already fucking... Oh, this whore. Thank you,
We'd like
Travis
to thank
Barrett from
Nick
Hate Distributing, supplying us with Justice Network products. And Nick Lowridge from Atco Tools, supplying us with
Milwaukee!
Atco Tools and Milwaukee. Thank you to Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop
Creamy Guac!
in Lake Elsinore. Thank you to Norman Glazier,
Silver
Dale
Corvette
Follett.
Toll Works,
Dale Follett.
Max Norm.
No,
Jesus
stop.
Christ.
You're failing miserably.
I forgot what Dale's
Everybody
was.
else who has generously donated to our drinking habits,
We love you.
don't drink and drive.
No, don't do that.
We'll be right back.
Love you.
Something smells delicious in here.
Yeah, it does. I'm hungry. Jake, are you eating El Ranchito Taco Shop?
That looks amazing. What did you order?
Tacos.
What?
Guac.
Jake, are you choking? Get out of my way, Michael. He needs the Heimlich.
Oh my god, I cannot believe this is happening again. Jake, you know you're allergic to avocado. One generic allergy medication later. Are you okay?
Yeah. Almost dying is so worth it to have some El Ranchito creamy guac. Thanks, Eric, for trying to save me, even though I wasn't joking.
I know. I just wanted to get you from behind.
Well, I guess this is a good time to tell everybody that if you're ever in the Inland Empire and are craving some great Mexican food, visit El Ranchito Taco Shop in Lake Elsinore.
Seriously, I follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Ranchito Elsinore.
El Ranchito Taco Shop.
More than just great Mexican food. Is that you? That sounded like something out of the B-52s. Rock Lobster!
Is that you, Modine?
Love Shack!
It's kind of close. It's like Love Shack adjacent.
You can roam if you want to.
Yeah, we're just doing the B-52.
Oh my! I love that.
It's such a...
fucking love that
after the show, we're going to listen to it.
Thank
Speaking
you-
of the
thank
show,
you, Bruce.
we're back. I hope you enjoyed
Hello.
listening to all of our commercials and not skipped over them like we all do.
I listen to them every time.
Me too.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. We really appreciate you helping keep the lights on and support our drinking habits. Speaking of drinking habits, wait, a little bit of ASMR for you. Right here.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Right here.
Eric's actually pouring. That's good. Wow.
Enjoy the delicious taste of a crisp
Nope.
Dr. Pepper
Oh, soda.
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 Fuck. Doesn't matter. Soda!
And also thank you to Rode Microphones
A
for
Dr.
being
Skipper.
so fantastic.
You mean
and
just
also
you mean
so
just
resilient.
regular
You are.
microphones?
For letting us road you hard
Ooh.
No, they're just regular microphones.
with fake advertising.
Rode Microphones are fantastic.
I want to hear about Allie's warranty hammer of justice.
You guys,
Hammer of Justice!
it is being slammed down upon us.
Oh. It took me a minute.
You're like, ooh, what's slamming down?
No, I didn't even go there. I just didn't get it for a second. I'm pretty.
You are. So you guys may remember that
I don't.
we have cracked down a little bit on diagnosis on the Volkswagen
Whoa,
side.
William.
It may will they or
William.
will they
Will they?
William Tell.
bring down
Stupid.
the hammer of justice. So I got an email from Volkswagen today. Don't.
If you eat that potato chip in the microphone,
do
I'm going
it.
to be so mad,
Don't,
Eric.
Eric.
Stop it.
Eric.
Oh my God.
Eric.
Don't make me turn this podcast around.
Jacob, help me out here.
Help me out here,
Eric,
please.
don't, no, Eric, no.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually. That's very, very ASMR-y.
God damn it.
ASMR-y?
That's the only time I'm doing that.
See, he's all right. Ooh-wee.
So, we got an email from Volkswagen
Ooh.
that says, guess what?
Your
Y'all
warranty
have been-
times.
Y'all have been fucking up on your diagnosis, and we're gonna strike down the hammer and fuck you with it if you don't follow the goddamn procedures.
Some Samuel L.
Specifically
Jackson.
of them claiming too much.
Yeah, basically having technical diagnosis, which is just the straight time diagnosis, without a good story, No shots fired at anyone with that comment. GFF not matching,
What's
which is the
GFF?
guided fault
Guided fault
finding.
finding.
Thank you.
If that is not matching up with the punch times that are also the diagnostic run times, they're going to crack down on that. They're going to crack down on test drives without your findings. So they basically said they're going to turn up the rate at which they audit your claims by about like 75%.
From your franchise, not from your internal.
So this email was a dealer-wide email, not specific to our dealer. So this is a
The
probably
franchise.
not
Not the franchise. It's the manufacturer.
correct.
Yeah.
At like North American operations, every dealer that is under that umbrella will be affected by
My
this.
goodness.
Cool.
Which is going to be really interesting
Cool.
because it's already really hard to get a hold of them if you need something. 'cause
How
they're
Not
so
hard?
busy.
anymore.
We have a 1-800 number for you to call. It's always busy.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
1-800, we're just going to hang up on you.
1-800 blow me.
Oh, which reminds me.
Hey, that's actually a phone number.
Is it?
Yeah, you want to call and find out?
Okay, don't test Eric. Moving on.
So,
No, Eric, no.
there's
no.
also been problems with my Mazda warranty helpline as well. When I call them, there's something internally that is like the call keeps cutting out. And then now something new that's happening is, like when you're watching TV and someone curses on TV and it does the beep, it's doing that during the
Okay,
call.
I don't think they do that
It's
anymore.
doing that fucking randomly during the call.
Beep.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're cursing at you. It's kind of funny, but really annoying because you don't know what the hell they're saying.
Well, so seriously, the only problem is that you really only go on the vehicle bill, and it's a horrible transition.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it happening? Is that something with the company or?
Jesus Christ.
That's what the call's like. And you're trying to figure out what they're saying because it's also cutting out, but then also beeping. It's something on their end because it happens consistently.
Is there something that has to do with like radar or sonar or some sort of
I
R?
think so. I think it's like trying to find how close you are to the Mazda North American operation. It's like,
No, they're trying to triangulate your exact location.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
that's more of a backup noise.
Well, the one that you displayed was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what processes have you put in place to correct the issue?
Well, we actually talked about that a little bit last week with Will. We talked about how if you're going to exceed an hour, you need to talk to the shop foreman and get signed off by either the service manager or the shop foreman.
Exceed
have
1
thoughts?
hour. I mean, sometimes like diagnosis takes longer than 1 hour, like a lot of times.
That's fine. That's totally fine. If the diagnosis is warranted, do it.
We'll have a
Absolutely.
story.
We're not saying not to do the diagnosis, but it clearly is being taken out of terms or it's not being supported in the story. And clearly we're not the only people that are doing this. If you did the correct not the correct diagnosis, that's not the right word.
Supported in the story, I think, is the thing that you like hit on that like resonated with me the most.
Absolutely. And they don't want you to just be claiming test drives for quality control. If you have a check engine light on, the first thing that you're going to do, and there's not a drivability concern, the first thing you're going to do is scan it. You're not going to test drive it. And it's very common practice for technicians to get an extra freebie 0.2 on every single claim by claiming a pre and a post test drive labor operation. And they're supposed to show something for it. Like it's to duplicate a concern. It's part of the test plan from the guided fault findings. Things like that.
They have to justify it.
They have to justify it.
Yeah. That actually, I'm sorry. Are you done? Because I had a story to tell.
Go ahead.
Okay. I apologize. I wasn't trying
The way you
I
said
wasn't-
that was, are you done?
Right. I realized
feel
once it left my mouth it was rude. I apologize. I wasn't trying to be rude.
Eric was like missing a big throat clear. Like, are you done?
I honestly was asking if you were finished so I could go on with my story.
I'm done.
Okay.
I know sometimes it takes a
'Cause
long
it's-
time for women, but yes, I'm
It's
done.
not even.
Oh my!
I wouldn't know.
No, you would not.
I just kind of wanted to kind of
Phrasing.
tee off from your story there. I had an interesting vehicle. This vehicle has actually been with me for a month and a half. But it shipped yesterday. Hallelujah.
Oh, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So this vehicle came in because it was overheating only while climbing a specific while climbing a specific grade.
I know the grade.
I know of the grade as
We
well.
As do I.
We all know of the grade.
We affectionately call it
No.
the grade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Calm
So-
down, Michael.
Yeah. Calm your tits. No. So,
No.
yes, exactly. This grade is about 15 miles from my location, so it requires an extended road test. So, when I was having the conversation with the warranty admin after everything was said and done, he's like, "Well, that's supposed to be covered by the." I said, "No. This grade is far away. I don't care if the dealer covers it or not, but I need to be paid for this because that was almost an hour's worth of time to drive over there, cross the grade, and come all the way back just to
and down,
duplicate
yeah.
the issue."
I've been paid for extended test drives for being stuck in traffic. It
Yeah,
happens.
it does.
You have to duplicate it if it's
Yeah.
in traffic.
Yeah.
They've paid it.
Exactly. So as long as it's justified and you
It's
can
justified.
yeah, exactly. So I duplicated the issue. Did I already say it was overheating, right?
Yeah.
So the vehicle overheats only going over the grade.
Yeah.
So I came back to the shop. I did my inspection. Cooling system is full. There's no leaks anywhere. Fans are operating as they're supposed to. The active grill shutters, which open and close in front of the radiator for smog reasons, emissions reasons.
Emissions
excuse me.
control.
Yes. Everything is functioning as it's supposed to from what I can see. So I failed to mention that during that road test, I was monitoring live data and specifically of the coolant temperature and the head temperature because they're two different sensors. And I could see that the head temperature when climbing the grade was 50 to 100 degrees hotter than the coolant temperature.
Oh dear.
So I know that the coolant wasn't overheating and the engine wasn't. It was just the head. So I'm kind of like, well, it's one of two things. So I decided to go the cheaper route first and let's put a sensor in it and see if it's biased when it's hot. So I put a sensor in it, did the drive again. Nope, still doesn't. And only this time I got it to overheat. If you hammer it enough on flat ground, it'll do the same
just
thing.
drive the pee out of it.
Yes, and you floor it and redline it a few
Drive
times.
the pee out of
The
it.
piss out of
Piss. I don't know why I didn't say piss.
I
That's
don't
not a
I
swear word.
was thinking.
So, if you redline it a few times, I
Where's the
got it to
soap?
overheat.
Where is the soap?
So I suspected that. Now this vehicle has 44,000 miles. I can't imagine why or how it would have a blockage somewhere in the head to block coolant flow, but
It doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make any fucking sense. Zero.
Zilch.
But I got
Nada.
the blessing from Fjord Motor Company to go ahead and replace the head. The vehicle's still under warranty, so I disassembled the vehicle. I inspected that head like a motherfucker. I'm like, I don't see anything wrong. I looked
Trying
in
to
the-
look for something.
something.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find a goddamn thing wrong with it at all.
Huh.
The only thing that I found was a little bit suspicious was the water pump was a little bit difficult to turn, a little bit more difficult than I would have liked to have seen manually turning it by hand when I had the head off. So it was binding just a little bit, not enough that the engine couldn't overcome it, and it wasn't making noise. So I threw in a water pump just for good measure. And yeah, what?
We call that the parts cannon.
Right.
The parts cannon.
Yes.
Thank you, Dale, for our parts cannon.
Get down.
Reassembled the vehicle, put it all back together, did the test drive, and it fixed the problem.
Would you imaginate that?
Imaginate.
So much fucking M time for the road test. And going back together took fucking 2 hours just to fix all the valve clearances, which was
Fun.
Don't fucking ask me. I can count one other engine that I've had to actually replace the tappets for, which are they ride on top of the valve, and then the camshaft rides on top of the tappets, and as the camshaft rolls around, it presses down on the buckets, quote unquote, or the tappets, or whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
That presses down on the valve and opens it up. Those have to be a certain thickness, and we're talking millimeters.
Okay. Do you have to use like a special tool
I
to?
have to use a feeler gauge to measure the gap between the bucket.
I'll feel your gauge.
Promises. To measure the gap between the bucket and the camshaft lobe when the lobe is pointed away from the bucket. And I had ended up having 4 buckets I had to replace, and I had to measure multiple times. It was a pain in the dick. Why do we have those in stock? For some fucking odd reason,
random.
we had them in stock, but I can't get a fucking crank pulley bolt. Are you? Yeah, mind fucking blown, Michael.
You have this. You have
5 o'clock in the evening, and I go to the parts department, and we have those buckets in stock, specifically the sizes I needed. Because there's like 100 different sizes you can choose from.
That 6
Really?
Apple
Yes.
340 is way more popular than any of those buckets. I don't know why you would have that.
We did. Anyways, so I had to end time the replacement of those because
That's like a straight
cylinder
time.
head replacement labor time.
Yeah, straight M time is mechanical time. Straight time
Yeah.
above and beyond the.
Whatever the normal labor operations is. So because it was going beyond the normal labor operations, I had to M time like 1.2 for that. I had to M time 1.2. No, I just ended up doing an hour for each road test. And I had to M time the sensor replacement in the beginning because that overlapped with the cylinder head replacement in the same repair. Anyways, it ended up paying like 17 and a half hours, which was nice.
That's not terrible.
No. And it paid. Submitted and paid.
Oh, good.
Yay, happy ending.
Done. Done. Over with.
D-U-N, done.
D-U-N. Done.
My apprentice did his first cab off job last week.
And how'd that go?
He did very well, and he loved it.
Oh, good.
He loved it. He was all excited. And
Kind of like a big
Like a
puzzle.
big boy
it
job.
It was a big boy job, and we replaced the engine in a Raptor, and it went off without a hitch.
The
I
cab
have a
went off without a hitch.
Literally.
So,
Oh, by the way, he wants to be on the show.
oh, he should be on
He
the
keeps
show.
asking me, and I keep forgetting to ask. So I'm going to do it on air right now so he can hear. I'm asking Christian. He wants to come be a guest. We'll figure
He
out
might
dates
be
later.
busy next week.
Yeah, we'll
but-
figure out dates. But anyways, you were asking me, sorry, about the cab off.
No, I was actually going to ask about your apprentice specifically. So does he flag time, or is he an hourly employee because he's training?
He's an hourly employee because he's training, and whatever work he does, I flag those hours as compensation for training him.
That's unapplied labor.
It is unapplied labor.
Yeah, it's bad. I've been told.
Yeah. Actually, I had a meeting with my boss about that today because they're going to be changing the structure of that because the head honchos in finance aren't happy.
In finance? Like accounting.
I'm sorry, accounting is what I meant. I apologize.
Okay,
You're
'cause I
right.
was thinking, like,
we don't say
sales,
accounting
finance.
very often, so you said finance because that's the term everyone throws around. But yes, in accounting is not happy with all the unapplied labor.
Well, another type of hammer was thrown down in Volkswagen this week.
What's that?
So the ID4s are having a pretty big issue So every single ID4 is going to, that's Volkswagen's electric SUV,
Vehicle.
for those who don't know. They're fun to drive. I've driven them a couple times
They're
now.
cute. I would rock the fuck out of
They
one.
look nice.
Yeah, they do.
And they're like not too small. Like they're a normal like mid-size SUV, you
I'd
know.
rock the fuck out of an Atlas too.
Oh, I like those.
The Cross.
Yeah. Oh, the Cross Sport.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those are sexy.
So, I know that you like the oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. The sedan, the fancy one, the Arteon.
The Arteon, I love that one. Oh my god.
So, this new recall that's coming out, it's a 2-part recall. So, every single ID4 is affected by the first recall.
Oh.
It is an extended software update.
Wait.
We've talked about this briefly.
Literally every single one.
Literally.
Every single one is going to have a software update that
Whoopee.
involves the replacement of the 12-volt battery. So the small, like, regular battery.
Small base vehicle battery.
Correct. And it's going to have probably about an 8-hour update per vehicle. We have
Wow.
2 authorized electrified technicians at our dealership.
How in the world do you do that at your dealership?
Well, the update can be done towards the end of the day, so that way it runs at night.
And
When
the
you-
computers don't fall asleep or have programming errors and
God forbid. So the fun part about this is that
die.
the owner's vehicle, the owner of the dealership, he has an ID4.
Of course he does.
So all of this
his vehicle's
was
affected.
It was guinea pigged. We actually did it before there was a repair procedure for it.
On his vehicle.
Yeah, it took 11 hours.
Fuck. Well, the
It's
Mach-E's.
not gonna. It's
we
not
have the
gonna
same
pay
thing
that
with the
much.
Mach-E.
What did Norman have one? It was 30 something hours or something like that?
Holy
it's
no,
it's
I don't
insane.
want that.
It's
ridiculous.
insane. Yeah.
So I believe a minimum of 23,000 vehicles are affected by this recall. I've heard bigger numbers too, so I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look at the bulletin to give an exact number.
23,000 in your area, or what you're responsible
No,
for?
there are
or
23,000
in
vehicles
general.
affected.
23,000 vehicles affected, but guess what?
Chicken butt.
We live in Southern California. We have a lot. We sold a lot
So-
of ID4s here.
11,000 of those vehicles are yours.
Yeah, basically. And one of our local-ish Volkswagen dealerships just closed. So we're going to get more from that. And it's all going to be people from basically like Malibu.
I'm so excited that you're going to be able to make so much money off of these.
It's fucking Dieselgate again. It's terrible. I'm not excited.
I think I'm going to have to bleep that. I don't think you can say Dieselgate.
Why the fuck
I
not?
said it. Dieselgate,
Get the fuck
Dieselgate,
outta here.
Dieselgate. So the second part of this is if the vehicle, so there's less vehicles for this. There's 300 affected vehicles for the next one that I'm talking about.
Okay.
So far, we've had 2 vehicles already before the bulletin even launched as an open recall.
Why is this a recall to begin with? What is the problem?
Okay, so for the first one, it's a software update. So clearly there's some kind of software issue with it. It's has something to do with the battery. I don't know as much about that one. The other one that's going to require the replacement of the high voltage battery has to do with internal connections not being made properly
You can start a fire.
during the manufacturing process. No, it's not a thermal event issue. It's that it can cause the vehicle to stop mid-operation
That's dangerous.
on an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
So it's like immediately gonna stop. It's not just gonna like, anyways. We have to wait for all the parts. So I have 2 giant high voltage battery modules just chilling outside before I can
rain.
recycle it. So Should be fun. Can't wait.
You'll have to update us on that later on. Update. Yeah. Anyways, I believe the next topic is Michael's.
Michael, come tell us about your new
We have
project.
to hear about his fucking mobile service vans.
I don't know why you're not excited for this.
Because I'm tired of hearing about it.
You literally have not.
I have.
Our listeners have it. This isn't about you.
It's always
about them.
me.
Just
We love
because
you.
you have your own mobile service vans doesn't mean that people know about what we're doing.
Whatever.
What are you doing?
Mobile service vans.
It is.
All right, so next subject is so we have mobile service vans for Ford Motor Company, and what we're doing is that most
Let me guess. You do mobile service? No.
some field service actions, oil changes, tire rotations, battery replacements, some general things we are able to do with these crazy vans that have been supplied to us by Ford Motor Company with tools galore and equipment and all sorts of stuff. So we have one of our technicians, actually my former trainee, Andrew, now seems like he's going to be one of the mobile service techs. And so we had our first mobile service appointment this week. It was just a battery replacement. Not fun, not lucrative, but still a good like training basis. You know, Andrew did the multi-point inspection and relayed all the information to the customer, even though the customer, the vehicle did not need anything, and we couldn't upsell anything.
It needed a battery.
Yes, it did need a battery, but it didn't need anything additional on that. So as the, you know, it's very cool. We show up to the person's house. There's a van with all of Eric has
Yes, you in the back.
Thank you. How does that work with warranty stuff, i.e. batteries, when you have to properly test that on the Rotenda battery tester?
That is not something that we do with mobile service.
So it was a CP battery.
This was a CP battery.
Customer pay.
Yes, thank you, Eric. Customer pay. So, you know, this was our first mobile service thing. So these vans are amazing. They have like, you know, multiple different storage tanks for oil to pump out of with an air compressor, and you can drain oil into the tank. So it's got like two 20-gallon tanks for one type of oil, or, you know, two different types of oil, a 40-gallon tank for another type of oil, a 49-gallon tank for waste oil, an air compressor.
How many buckets of kitty litter for when they forget to put the drain plug in properly and the oil goes on the customer's driveway?
No one at our dealership does that.
That's good.
The other thing is that it actually does have like spill kits on board for it, obviously. However,
Kitty litter.
the biggest thing is that when we tell the customer that we're doing their mobile service and changing their oil, rotating the tires, things like that, that there are, you know, between 3 to 5 layers of protection between their vehicle and the environment.
Oh, that's cool.
So we put down tarps and cones, and we have absorbent things and kitty litter and, you know, this, that, and the other. I mean, it's for sure thought out very well by Ford Motor Company in the way that they presented the vans to us as the franchise, and then how we present the vans to the customer as, you know, you don't have to sit in the dealership. You don't have to worry about being, you know, driven around in a customer shuttle. You know, so think about it. You get your food ordered to your house, right? Mm-hmm. You get Amazon or whatever service that you use, things delivered to your house. Why not skip the middleman and just have your oil changed at your house?
Weed maps.
Oh, that's a thing too.
What
You
is
get
that?
your weed delivered to your house.
What is that?
Weed maps.
What's
It's
what?
like Uber
What's
Eats,
weed?
but for weed.
Like
Shut
what?
up, stupid. He's being funny.
For Jued? What is this Jued?
La Lechuga
I
del Diablo.
legitimately thought you didn't know what I
You
was
are
talking about.
so fucking pretty.
Ain't she though?
And I got to
Takes
say,
one
that's
to
what I
know one.
appreciate about you.
But it's one of the craziest things that we've found is that we're getting a lot of pushback from customers as far as like we're trying, yes, obviously it's a little bit more expensive to have us come to your house to service the vehicle.
You're paying for convenience, like everything else.
Just like everything else. And
pay for
I
convenience.
feel like that's like the crucial part of the conversation that's being missed
How
when
much
you
more is it?
So
Eric?
$40? I don't know. I have no idea.
I asked you about this earlier.
$40? I don't know.
How much is it at your dealership?
$1 million.
No, it's about
Would you feel more comfortable saying a percentage more?
so we didn't want to there's two ways to approach it when you tell the customer about it.
Today, Junior.
It's not there. So for
No, it's not there.
you have a Ford Focus, and to get your oil changed at our dealership, tire rotation, multi-point inspection, the whole
Kit and
shebang.
$98.
Yeah, $99. If we come to your house and do it, about $140 plus tax.
Okay. Fine.
Not terrible, right?
Yeah.
So typically what we're trying, and we're not trying to tell the customer that there's a service fee for this or a service charge or anything. It's menu pricing. It's built into the price. So if all we're doing is coming over and replacing a battery, it's this amount of money more than our normal price. If we're coming over and we're doing a if we're coming over and doing a oil change, tire rotation, multi-point inspection, and we also happen to upsell you a battery and wiper blades and stuff like that, it's still one additional service charge, but it's not necessarily mentioned to the customer at that point. We also have the ability to stock the vans with anything that vehicle may need, because we can look up in the service history and see, when the vehicle was here last, maybe it needed brakes last time, maybe it needed this last time, or it's a 2017 Focus, and we can put the wiper blades on the truck. We can put a couple of light bulbs on the truck. We can put an air filter, cabin air filter, things like that. So it's a great opportunity to not only be able to provide a better service to the customer, but when you have that giant van driving around with your number and your name on it, people see that. And when you're doing an oil change at a customer's house and the next door neighbor comes by walking his dog and says, "Hey, what you guys doing?" Well, you hand him the flyer that says, "Hey, we also offer mobile service. And not only do we service this Ford vehicle, but we can also service whatever other make and model vehicle that you have in your driveway." So it's great for fleet customers, great for anything. I don't know. I'm very stoked on it. I didn't think that I would be this excited for the ability to do it, but you literally have to think about it as like that mobile van is your own business. We have a Ford scan tool. We have two different.
Oh, so you're doing diagnosis as well.
So we have
Diagnoses.
we have
Diagnoses.
we have a laptop computer with all the Ford software on it and all of our DMS dealer management software on it. We also have the connectivity to communicate with the vehicle if we're trying to diagnose a problem. We also have a credit card reader, a mobile hotspot on the van that comes with the van, another mobile hotspot that I ordered for.
Your dog's a hotspot.
Is she over there? Oh no.
Hey, look, it's Jordy.
Two other mobile hotspots that now connect to our certain corporations' internet things. And I also got.
Thank you for the specifics.
Well, I can't say names. And we also have 2 cell phones that we can now call the customer from and say, "Hey, we're arriving in 5 minutes. Just want to let you know," and you don't have to do like the star 67 or whatever thing. So I mean, it's the potential for business growth is astronomical. I feel like with this type of program.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Congratulations. How do I jingle the keys on you?
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
We're
we are.
not?
We're way past it. Anyways, thank you. Oh, thank you.
It's the original sound.
It sounds
Literally.
just like it.
Yeah, that's weird.
I still think that's hilarious. I'm like, it's
It's
Hilarious.
hilarious.
Does anybody have a joke for me this week if we're going to end right now?
Oh, yeah. But,
Well, have you heard?
no.
Interrupting cow who?
Moo.
Have you heard all those people talking about the dried grapes lately?
God.
No.
You're taking
haven't?
my joke.
They're just raising awareness.
Raisin awareness.
See if nobody talks right now.
That's one of the other ones from there.
Do you know how to make a hanky dance?
Oh, I know. You put a little boogie in it.
No. Why not?
Crusty bus station.
Busty crustacean. Anyways,
Oh, yeah. I think we're really losing steam here, guys. We're tired.
Any
It's been
gays?
rough.
thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, like Nick Lowridge from Matco Tools. Are you going to play music or am I just going to say all the sponsors
Supplying
now?
us with
It doesn't happen like
Justice Brothers products.
Nick Lowridge is supplying us with Justice Brothers
No.
products?
Oh, Macro Tools.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee!
the
Thank
best.
you to Ray Moon from El Ranchito Taco Shop
Creamy guac.
in Lake Elsinore, California.
I already said mine. Travis Ferris.
I already
is
said
distributing,
mine.
supplying us, and surprising
Surprising
us with
Surprise.
his amazing Justice Brothers products. It's just amazing how great it is.
It's been
Just amazing.
And we'd like to thank Norm for doing his Norm things. He's at Stove.
It's nothing out of the norm.
underscore metalworks.
Thank you to Dale Follett from Twisted Builds. We appreciate you and all your IT services.
We also want to plug our website, which is customerstatespodcast.com, where you can find your very own custom hashtag symbol, stickers, wearable merchandise, hoodies, t-shirts, all sorts of things, stickers, and you can also reach us at
customerstatespodcast at gmail.com.
Which happens to be our PayPal and Venmo.
We need money.
Stop it, Eric!
Thanks all for listening. We've got the holiday episode next week. And
shit.
we've been told we'll have some special drinks. So we love you.
We love you.
And with that we say,
And with that we say,
and with that we say,
and with that we
And
say,
with that we say,
love you.
love you.
that we say.
With that we say,
Love you.
Oh God,
5 golden rings.
This is
It's just like a
driving.
horrible loop.
it is. Bye guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Love,
Love
you.
you.
Love you.
Love you. Love you. And thanks to all our sponsors.
God.
And with that we say.
Groundhog's Day.
Love you.
Bye.
Hi, this is Mike Sarah from Customer States. Matco Tools is one of the best tool companies in the industry, and Nick Lowridge is one of the best Matco tool distributors. Nick can get me anything I need for the shop or for at home. From oil drain pans to beef jerky, Nick's got what I need on tap. Nick works in the Thousand Oaks, California area, and you too can get whatever you need by calling him at 805-796-7323. And if you're not in that area, call him anyway and tell him you heard about him from the Customer States podcast. And then you can hop on to matcotools.com and find a Matco Tools distributor near you. Matco Tools. Service, trust, results.